What I'd love you to kind of is pirouette, and then maybe a little bit of, she's listening, maybe just a little bit of weight and lift and see what kind of extension she can get. And there we are.
Okay, so I will just work on
Whatever you
canter
feel
pirouette.
like.
Okay.
In the end.
Whatever I feel like,
Whatever
but
you feel like.
these are the three.
You don't listen to me.
And out of it. And forward.
Yeah, and very much a distinction between forward and back. I don't think I have enough.
Right. She's like, okay, I'm gonna sit into this.
You can get your legs and bop her one. You've got the good timing.
And then forward. Yeah, I want to come back to that again. And forward again. Yeah, because she almost comes into it like too much. Like, now forward again. Yeah. Because she will lose the clear forward out. Ah, yeah.
Now she's got good jump.
Yeah, and forward, yeah. And back, and forward, yeah. I know she's like, no, I'd rather just kind of hop into the sit. And forward. And back a little bit. And forward. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little break from that. What I felt like that I was getting better, it wasn't quite as like into pirouette canter, but it was like, come back, be ready to go, come back, be ready to go again. And that's what I want, because I feel like she comes into it and she almost like, I'm in pirouette.
Yeah.
Too much.
And it feels, she kind of sticks and shuts a little
you lose
bit
this,
down.
you almost get this hoppity like, into it instead of still cantering, yeah.
Yeah. Can you just show a collected walk?
She has so many different walks. I don't know her riding her well enough to go, I'm going to make this walk be what I want.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
And I'm going to be like, as long as I feel like there's forwardness into it, yeah. Okay. So I feel like I could just quicken the walk a little bit, and then I could get a good canter transition out of this walk. And if I can get a good canter transition out of it, then it's probably a good collected walk. She's like, oh, canter. Let's try that again. Good girl. There we go. You were ready for that one. Okay, so let's get you on the outside hind leg. Ah, good girl. And back again. Oh, hold on. So I want outside hind leg, sit, sit, sit. Collect a little bit more. And forward out of it when she gets hoppity.
That was very good.
Yep. So before she gets hoppity, then we're good. Come on. No. Connect on the outside, and I gotta supple her on the outside a little bit. Supple. Da-da-da, it's okay.
She knows that transition.
Yep, she's like, I can sit, nope, this is a little too, she's like, we trot at sea. Go ahead. Yes, yes, yeah, oop, that's okay. Keep a little bit of oomph to that. Yep, and when we do this one more time, collect here. Keep cantering.
Yeah,
okay.
Really get that hind underneath, because what she did is she jumped
Hopped
straight
out.
up and down, and I've never seen her do that, that she didn't come under the hind.
Step up a little bit.
Ah,
yeah.
That's better.
Yeah,
Much
good girl.
better.
You can
Good,
go forward.
Leif.
And you can,
That's good.
okay, good girl.
She's like, oh, I'm done.
She's like, what? So she has so much movability. She could do it 70 different ways. Like this is the horse that has 70,000 gears. But it's like trying to figure out enough under and then keep the jump, and then she gets to go forward out of it. But she'll try so hard that it's almost too hard. she comes into it too much.
No, that's why the ears. She's always worried. She's
That
ready.
she's not-
She's untuned.
Yeah.
She wants to.
Am I doing it good enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel like I just, canter, keep cantering, no problem, keep cantering, but slow down a little bit, keep cantering. And then it's like, okay. But I think she just comes into it knowing she's got to I got to super collect. And then it's almost too much.
Okay.
Or a little bit, she can come into it like, pirouette, I know I'm supposed to pirouette now, right? The kind of the idea that the feeling that I get that she comes into it and she's like, okay, pirouette canter. And it's like, now I got to turn. And it's like, no, just be able to go forward out of it again. That's why I didn't really want to turn a lot. I just wanted her to sit into it and then go forward again.
Yes.
And I feel like to the left lead, I had to kind of supple her on the right side a little bit more. So on the outside to go, hey, can you just supple to the outside a little bit more? Then she didn't get stuck on the outside hind leg.
Okay.
And she got a little stuck into the outside hand. I feel like then she's stuck on the outside hind leg. And then once she's kind of supple there, then I can ask for a touch of flexion to the inside.
Okay.
Actually, I really like this walk here. This feels like she's still taking me forward. And I don't know exactly how it looks, but I feel like this is fairly a good collected walk for her.
Oh, okay.
She's super soft. And I feel like I don't have to, before I almost had to work at keeping her moving. And
Now she's carrying you?
Now she's carrying me and she's taking the walk along.
Yeah, she looks like she's trying to lift her legs in the front just a hair, but she's still active behind
Yeah.
and balanced.
And this one just feels like, okay, I don't have to do anything. I just sit here and she's doing the work, which is what I want. Before I was like, I have to push a little bit more and, okay, now we're gonna go to a trot. We're gonna suction you up and down a little bit more, good girl. Yeah, that's okay. No, wait on me. Good girl. So light here. Just keep focusing on the hind. Yeah. What does this look like to you?
Looks like she sat on the long side, and she looks supple, soft, and forward.
Okay.
This is nice.
That's okay, I know.
Good. Very good, Leif.
And back. Soft, don't get down.
That's one of the best I've seen her do.
Okay, I'm gonna walk on that.
Your
Good girl. Good girl.
Headsets.
Because that was so soft. She pushed under and I tapped her once and she almost overdid it, but as far as bringing it up too much. But then she bounced and came up again and stayed soft, and I was able to bring her back without her wanting to lose the push from behind.
So in preparation, in the short side, what did you do?
Good question. No, I was really I just felt like I had that plug-in. I was attached to her front end.
Okay.
I was able to sink down and lift her up with my leg. I'm like, lift your back up a little bit. And then I felt like she just had this, I'm trying to think how I can really explain it to break it down, because you know the feeling that you got when you were pushing into her, the horse had a little bit plugged down into her, you put a little leg on and she came up underneath of you. That's the feeling that I got. Because the first few steps of trot, when I went into the trot, she was like, can I just be a little flat? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna plug into your back and you're gonna be more gummy in your back. She's like, okay. So there's a feeling that I could come down into her back and then ride a few half halts. I go, no, you're gonna stay up underneath of me. You're not gonna get long and get down on the forehand. It's stay back a little bit and then put the leg into her. So.
And once you put the leg into her and you had established what you wanted, did you need to half halt again to remind?
Just a couple times throughout. Just a little bit, because she would want to get it just a touch down, and we're gonna no, stay up here. So that was just feeling like my half halt just goes, just don't pull down.
Okay.
So I could keep a little bit of, not that I was trying to pull her back up, but half halt balance, and then energize.
Okay.
So, I mean, that felt like she, whoa.
No, that was by far her best response, connected, not rushing, and trying to lift. So that was super.
Yeah, good girl.
Okay.
So I feel like you do that a few more times, and like that compared to the first time I did it, huge. And so, you know, a few more weeks of her sitting like that, and she's going to really start to open the shoulder up and then learn how to, you know, fling the leg out. Yeah.
I want to scamp. I want to scamp out there. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I hop on now?
You hop on now.
All right.
So I just want you to feel like, okay, you can plug down, your bear down is attached, your thighs are there, and then when she's kind of up underneath of you, then you can take this to trot. And then I want you to regulate the up, down of her. Don't let it get quick.
Okay.
And that's kind of the feeling that I get when I got on her. I was like, she wanted to get a little flat and quicker, and I was like, no, no, no. You're going to regulate, and you're going to bounce a little bit more up and down. So slightly towards that passage feeling, because then she can learn how to flick in the passage feeling. And right away, a little half halt, bear down. Yeah, and you get the spring. There you go, that up and down on this. And then don't build it too much, just feel like, do you have control over this up, down, the springiness? Yep, that's pretty. Yeah. What does this feel like to you?
Good.
Okay, so now you can add a little bit through the corner. Add a little flexion, make sure you get a half halt. But what I wanna make sure is that at no point does she just get heavy in your hands. If she does, back her off a little bit, spring out a little bit more, and then you give her hands a little bit and go, now you come up under me and you add a little energy to this. Keep pushing into the horse head. Good. Give a little bit. There. This is where your core and your thighs have to go, no, weight on me, weight on my core, weight on my thighs. Yeah. And then you slowly build that. Weight on me. Yeah. That's pretty. Now half halt again, just kind of touch and balance. Yes, weight on me. And then you go, now a little forward out of that. Weight on me still. Oh, sorry. It's so ingrained in my head. What's the feeling in your hands here?
Light.
Okay, build a little bit then. Let your core bear down, push more into it. Little bit, little bit more, little bit more. Yes. Now bring her back. Ease, that's pretty. And that's okay, that's where you gotta bear down even more into that downward transition so she can't pull on you. Now I'd almost walk her. Yeah, and just give her a little breathe from that, because that was,
okay.
I don't know what mine looked like compared to that, but that was more open than I've seen her go. Like more open in the stride.
Good. You got her going for me. But I understand how I ride better in the corner now, what I need to do better in the corner, and I need to be more clear with my aids of a half halt and staying plugged down and in.
Yeah.
And feeling like I want that lift. I have not allowed her enough time to half halt, sit,
Wait
and lift.
and go. Yeah, exactly.
I've been skimming across the top.
Yeah. Because the half halts are coming through, but then there's not enough shift down into her hind legs where she can come up, and then she has freedom to go. I think you could half halt her, but she never really shifted back enough to come up in the front, right?
Correct.
So then it's like you half halt and then go again, and she's not ready for it. And I don't think that, well, truly for me, I don't feel like the half halts came through enough.
Okay.
Because I want you to be able to ride that half halt with your whole body, bear down, thighs, half halt with the rein, and then go, she waited enough that I could actually give something a little bit, and then we can go. Because you know if you half halt and if you can't release a little bit, she's not really waiting.
That's the point, and also there better be a stronger instruction, aid from me. Then,
right.
So that the softest half halt, she listens.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm doing too much. That's not fun.
No, it's not.
Flora. Okay. I would like to go through, as ugly or beautiful as it may be, my I-1.
Why don't you go through maybe the canter work of it?
Okay.
So if you're going for a half pass and you lose the half halt, make her wait. Don't do a change, set her up for success.
Good girl.
Right. Good. Now straighten shoulder 4 left. Yep, haunches are starting to lead a little bit. Shoulder 4. Okay. Okay. So walk for a little bit. I'm fairly happy with that actually. Like if you came into it, you took your time, you were straight. You probably in the test, you will need to do that a little quicker for your first half pass. But I loved how you came in straight, shoulder 4, half pass. And then the change, and I think you didn't have enough shoulder 4 left for the change. And then I wasn't quite in front of you the whole time, but it looked like every once in a while, the haunches were a touch leading. So a little more shoulder 4. What did you see in that? Did you see the
When she was going
left half
that
pass?
way, I felt like there was barely any flexion, any bend.
That's
And
true.
then going
Yeah.
this way, it looked good.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Going right.
So start it off, so that's where you had the
So maybe
straightness.
a little more support with my inside.
Right,
get
you'll
more
need to
bend,
flex
yeah?
more. Mhm.
Flex more.
Left half halt more
Okay.
and flex right more.
All right.
So she's got to sit on the left hind more. So already be thinking, where's the flexion that you're going to need through the corner so that you can set her up for your half pass. More, flex right more. Yep, still not a lot, but now flex left more, haunches, shoulders, bring the shoulders. Yes, 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 there you go. And then you set her up for this one, half halt left more. That looked like you had better flexion into that one on the left, and you had to half halt the outside more.
It works great when I do what you say. Okay, all right.
Because I
Fine.
think you can't just, you clearly can't just pull the flexion more. Half halt her back to the outside, then you can flex her to the inside more.
Yes, it opens everything up.
Yep, yep. And then all of a sudden you can flow to the inside.
Girl. Okay.
So what I would maybe have you do is come up, ride your pirouette line, but instead of doing a circle, do a square.
Okay, by how many steps? 2 and turn and 2 and turn. What do you want?
So it's going to be about
So show me
right
where your
here.
her hind end should be for this
So-
not square pirouette.
Oops, am I on the center
Okay.
line? I would like something like
Well, let's
this.
pretend you are, and so that's
Yep.
about 10 feet. Okay.
Something about like this.
A rectangle.
Well, I may
Do
be
you
doing
want
it
a
wrong.
square or a
It's a
rectangle?
square-ish.
Okay.
Square-ish. So
So-
something in that vicinity. You come into that, go straight, turn straight, and it might have to be bigger. That's fine, but feel like if you come on this and oh, it just spins, then get out of it a little bit. And I actually want to stand in the middle of it for you. Don't run me over. Make sure she's waiting. She looks just a little heavy on the front end.
Yeah.
Yeah. There.
Oops, sorry. Okay, I didn't do that. I didn't
That's
do
okay. Come at me, and then you're going to keep her turning a little bit towards me. Half halt. Now a little out, turn, and a little out, turn, a little out, and turn. It's okay. That's okay. Now straight. Now a little out. Yeah. Okay.
How many times do you want me to go around?
Now go out of it. Go out of it. This time come into it, thinking circle, but keep her coming towards me.
Okay.
I'm going to stand into this, and I want her shoulders coming at me the whole time.
The shoulder.
Yep. So I'm right in the middle. You come at me. You come around me.
No.
That's okay. Doesn't matter.
Oops,
Yeah,
sorry.
That's okay. Now just start turning and just come back around me. Keep her thinking, could you turn it into me? This might be a lot.
So, am
Turn
I
it-
just doing a volte?
a full circle around me? Yep, circle. Bring her into me, turn her into me. More, 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 more. Turn her more. More, 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 more. There, there. Now get out of it. And she got a little sticky there at the end, right? Mm-hmm. Yep, so we'll walk for a second. But that's the feeling that as you come into this, you're literally trying to go turn her into me, turn her into me, turn her into me, turn her into me. Because if she can keep the shoulders coming to me, the canter keeps going. If she goes too much haunches in at me, the canter gets sticky.
Stuck.
Yep.
Oh, that was fun.
So I don't, I want her to come around a few times, but I don't want her to
Yeah.
get too tired into it. But I want you to be thinking, turn her at me the whole time, trying to get closer to me. Because if you can get the shoulders on me, you'll get a small circle.
Never done that before.
Oh.
Yeah, so at first I wasn't sure where you were going.
Yeah. So it may be hard to come exactly at me from a
Yeah.
straight line, but you kind of come in and then you circle the circle smaller and clearly
But
not
then,
pushing.
how did I actually get her to, when the front end was at you, or the forehand was turning towards you, how did I actually get the back end to sit then? What just happened?
You started steering the front end, and she sat back and steered the front end, step back, steer the front end. So you ride enough half halts that you can turn her in, And then she has to sit on the hind end. If she's turning in, she's not throwing the haunches out.
Did I actually change?
You actually brought her back a little bit
Bent her
more.
back a little bit to the hind end in order to get the proper at
then
the
turn.
end, but I didn't even know I did it.
Right.
Okay.
Because
that's
you're
the problem.
thinking about it a slightly different way. It's
Way
not
different.
thinking about it as sit on the haunches and bring the haunches in. It's
Yeah.
no, sit on the haunches but turn the shoulders in.
Okay.
Because we keep the outside. And you just come into this and now just like make her smaller and turn her in towards me now. So you take it from that 10-meter circle and you're going 5-meter circle around me and make it as small as you possibly can.
What's the pressure on the outside leg?
Just a little bit. Keep her turning right. Left half halt. Left. There you go. Keep her turning. Turn her to me.
We'll
to me.
watch out,
To me.
man.
Nope. Turn her to me.
Okay.
Turn the head to me. Turn the
Head,
head to me.
head.
There you go. Head to me. Head to me. Head to me. Head to me more. There. There. Now get out of it. There. Okay. Uh-huh.
Up.
It's okay. She's like, that was hard. So if you keep the head at me, you won't run me over.
No, I was worried for just a little second.
But it helps if you have somebody here or a cone, you can ride around the cone and then you know exactly where you're at, but you have a spot. And if you keep her head coming to the cone or coming to me, you really probably will never turn small enough to run it over.
All
Unless
right.
you're an Olympic horse.
Okay.
And you feel every once in a while, she wants to like,
Yeah, stab.
but that's okay. I would almost say, there are times I'm going to say get her out of it, but there are also times that I'm going to say just wait it out. Just settle into it a little bit and let her wait, and then she can, okay, come into it. And then she breathes. Because otherwise, if she always comes in sticky and you kick her out of it, she's like, "Nyah!"
No, she's waiting to
Yeah.
be sticky.
So you
She
just
will.
stick.
She knows she's going to get that result.
Right.
What did Betsy say? I let her practice. Just let her practice
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And
Build
we
confidence in
marinate.
it. Mm-hmm.
It's just Jesse's term. Just marinate.
Marinate it. I like that.
Okay. Yeah.
Why don't you just do one more trot like you did?
Okay.
'Cause I think solidify. And we're going to build as much as you can
Okay.
without her losing it. If she loses it, we're going to set her back and then build it again.
Okay.
So, what's the feeling in your hands here? That's a little better looking. Yeah.
Come. Get.
Yeah. And now bump her just a little bit, both legs. Yeah. Now she's a little more up. There. Now push into the horse head a little bit more.
Push what?
Push into the horse head a little bit. Yep. And then just slowly build. Swing, build. Little more trot, flow. And then if she's hanging on you, right, ride that hop. You know what to do with that. Bring her back and then quicken a little bit and go. Yep. Yeah, and it just looks like maybe she's just getting a little tired into that, but try to push for one. Make her wait. Bear down. Wait. Yes. Build a little bit, even from a letter to a letter. Okay, and back a little bit. There, now build again, soften and give. And now bump, there. That's different. Yes, now back again. Leg, oh, that's where she wants to dive, right? A little bit of backness, and she's too much back. So now just build a little bit. Soften. She's fairly up here. What's the feeling in your hands?
Good.
Okay. Little build.
Half halt here.
Yes. And build again and go. Good.
Nope. Half halt.
Yeah, you got it. And it's really your feeling. The moment she gets a little too oomph in your hand, then you know she's not really waiting.
Come.
Yeah. Shoulders back. That's okay. And she might just be getting too tired.
Yeah.
To pull it off much more. So just go for a regular, kind of a regular trot.
Okay.
And just go, let's get her confidence into that regular trot. She's kind of squatting behind.
Awesome. So am I.
Yeah. Good. So no bigger than that then. Yeah. Just as long as you feel like you can soften a little bit, she can stay just a little active behind, but not too big.
Good.
Good. And then just a little flow. And maybe rise and let her stretch a little bit. Yeah. Just to kind of let her settle into that a wee bit.
Good girl. Yeah.
And maybe that was I probably shouldn't have told you to do one more big trot like that, because she's, you know, and we got to push her to get stronger.
Yeah.
But if she's getting tired into that, it's really not fair to make her go for much more.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
a little bit, but
we have to ask before we know
gotta keep,
when we can't
yeah,
ask.
that is true.
So, but what I found is, yes, throughout she was getting a little bit heavier and less lifted feeling.
Yeah.
And I was having to do more half halts and more lifting.
Yeah.
Much more than she was doing. That was my general feeling.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Some of these new mechanics will roll through my little brain.
Yeah, and you'll be able to take it.
Super. Yeah. Thanks, Leif.
Good. You're welcome. She's such a fun horse to ride.
Isn't she great? Will you get another chance on Saturday?
Good.